Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 100. Let's fucking go, boys. The reason why you're seeing us...
Remix.
Of course, we had technical difficulty. At the end of the day, so we're going to make the best out of what we have. We're going to just react to the clips that were just completely unusable. There's some other pieces of audio that are dog shit. Hopefully, next time we figure out this whole live episode thing, you're just going to have to deal with a shitty... audio for now.
Don't forget the camera angles.
And the camera angles just like fucking... Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 100. Recording. Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 100. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. We've got ourselves a little audience. If you hear a little feedback, awesome. Here's what we're doing today. We rented out a venue, and we've got some of our favorite people on this earth to accompany us in this journey. This is episode 100, boys, and I'm joined today.
Let's get it.
Yes. I'm joined today with the host with the most. To my right, got my boy Travis.
What is going on, everybody?
To the right of him is the conch, the pillage, your village, William.
Stay hydrated, my friends.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. To the next, he's pissed, he's off, it's Oliver.
What's good? What's
He's
good?
shady.
Happy to be here.
Good old shady boy, we love to see it.
Hey, man,
and
I'm
finally,
back.
we've got our man's, the beautiful, the cute, look at his lips, aren't they kissable? No, Austin!
My name's Jeff.
Today is a very special day in the world of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. Obviously, we've been promising that we're going to take this shit more seriously, and I believe that this is a huge proof of that.
Yeah. We've been taking it seriously since like what, episode 86 or something?
I think it was before that.
I think 86 we decided to take it seriously.
Yeah.
It only took almost triple-digit episodes, but we're taking it
Say it was
seriously.
episode 75. Let's go a little bit.
Yeah, let's give ourselves some credit, right?
Let's give a little bit of wiggle room there.
Honestly, I've been inebriated for most of these episodes, so I don't remember what happens until I edit them.
Yo, aren't you a shithead for that then?
I think he is. I think that classifies you as a shithead.
The fuck did that come from?
Can we have a vote?
Hey, I hear King over here.
All right.
Anyway, boys, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on our first guest. He's grabbing some Sam's Cola right now. He's Russian. All right,
Some original cola.
Can we do some? Can we do some live
First guest on
comm?
the show.
He's pouring. He's bad.
Oh my God,
he's
it's
bad.
huge,
He's bad at
it's huge.
pouring.
The cup is huge, it's overflowing, he's gonna drop it. No, he's not dropping it, he's coming in clean as fuck.
With over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, this Rainbow Six Siege YouTuber not only provides the tips that will make you fucking crush it, but he's also very handsome as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gregor!
Hey!
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's going
It's been a
on?
while since we've had you on the podcast.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I think our super hardcore longtime fans that we so totally have can correct us if we're wrong, but I think Gregor was the first guest we ever had on the show.
I think
If
so.
I remember
believe it
correctly.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
How do you feel about that, Greg?
I think it's really cool to see what you guys are doing with this now.
All right, so
It's
catch us
really
up. Where were
impressive.
you? Now where are you?
I think when was the first show? It was like right before like COVID kicked off.
Right before.
Yeah.
Right before, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I made the joke with Brandon earlier. I was like, I go around telling people I have a 1.5 year extension on my 20s, you know, from the federal government, because I had like that whole
You talking about the stimulus?
part
or
of
what?
my just my 20s.
I think we all
Like, just
have
my
a year and a
20s in
half
general,
extension
you know,
or whatever. I
like-
mean, we didn't get a graduation, we didn't get shit.
Yeah, it's like here's a year that you just don't get to be like 23. Like nothing, no travel, no
Nobody
fun.
likes it when you do
nothing, no
anything.
fun. Yeah, I was just like, huh?
Anyway.
And I'm supposed to like turn like 31, and that's that's going to be acceptable. No.
Nah, we'll call you 29 and a half.
Exactly. I think that's fair. That's reasonable.
So, Greg,
But
when-
I went to answer your question. Sorry, Ollie.
No, you're good.
Answering
No, you're
the
good.
big man's question there. I was talking about YouTube stuff. Brandon was talking about YouTube stuff, and I pretty much just doubled down on that when COVID started. and I'm still doing it.
I mean, that's
But yeah,
It's fucking awesome.
I was just in my mom's basement, and I was just like, I can either watch anime and do nothing all day.
Spank your
and make
chicken,
no
it's
money,
fine.
Yeah,
We know.
Yeah. Spanky wanky.
Yeah,
Or
it's
I can
fine.
just fucking I can try to make some money. So
Why
that's what I
not
did.
both though? Why not both?
I mean, yeah.
No. Now he's got his own place.
Yeah.
He's got his own place to do that
Travis, you
now.
can't talk about that subject.
We know what Travis has been doing during
Yeah, we
COVID.
can't talk about that.
Little hanky
So yeah, COVID sucked, and it also kind of kickstarted my career in a weird way. So
Have you gained any more subscribers since the first time you were on the show?
Over 100,000. Over 100,000.
I'd say yeah, like it was probably around like 250K, and now it's at 320K.
God damn,
Man, all right.
We love to see that.
Did you
dude.
change anything up?
Since we've had Gregor on the show, we've had 16 new viewers. 16.
I did change it up. I changed it up by trying to do. I tried to do Valorant content for like a year, and now I'm broke. So
Where's Connor?
That was stupid. That was a terrible idea.
Did you like just not like go in with it like at the best like time, or
Just
did you, like,
look,
come in-
look.
No, it's-
as a guy who was a League of Legends addict in the past, just don't mess with the Riot community at all. Just don't interact with them. Let them die like the degens they are.
It's pretty rough. But like Valorant, I think the problem with Valorant compared to Siege is that they're just completely different audience bases.
Yeah, it's facts.
And I overbanked on the whole competitive esports angle too much because Siege has a very strong competitive scene. It makes a decent amount of money. It draws a lot of attention to the game, and there's a lot of advertising revenue there from the esports tournament.
And they also updated a lot more
Yeah.
than it seems like other games are doing, especially Valorant.
Well, they have to, or it'll die if they don't. But
So,
yeah.
do you have any advice on growing? Like, we haven't been growing very fast. You're fairly successful. Like, what do you got for us?
I would say it really there's no like one size fits all approach to anything in terms of social media and getting popular online.
Brandon?
I think that anybody like it's really difficult because there's a lot of people out there that are like in the business of conning people. I think in terms of like trying to give like super
views
duper
and stuff.
influencer advice, you know, like
This is the 3 steps.
the 3-step process, you know, and they give you like a bunch of acronyms and you know, like ROI 2, 3, 5, 6, action tangible plot reduced income reduction. It's like what are you
info dumping
what are
on
you
people
yeah like
in
what are you
worst
talking
way.
about? Yeah, like what you have to do is find at least this was my approach, so I don't know if it'll apply to everybody. But literally all I did is I just went onto Google Trends and I looked up search results for what people were specifically looking for, like particular to Rainbow Six Siege. And I just made videos that fit the search bar results.
Yeah.
If people went into Google and they were typing in how to play operators Rainbow Six Siege, I just started making operator guides.
I have seen
And then
a couple
eventually-
videos on
So,
that.
so you think it's beneficial to make it like a niche instead of like a broad topic of topics, if that makes sense?
I think that it's very difficult to go off of the ground into a very generalized market unless you already have a pre-established audience, because a lot of the really famous kinds of podcasts and you know, applying to what you're trying to do here, a lot of your really popular podcasts are bookmarked by a lot of capital that are already like behind them. So there's a crap ton of marketing and advertising and name recognition that goes into that, and they probably get hosted on a particular service. They might even get, well, look at Joe Rogan. I mean, like, he got a shit zillion dollars just to go to Spotify.
Right.
So we're fucked out the gate.
What I'm saying is
we're fucked out the
just be
gate.
Joe Rogan, yeah.
This
what
is
you're
episode
saying-
100.
Step one is-
Positivity only.
What you want us to do is to get that Blue Chew sponsorship.
Yes. Or
All right, looking at you, Brandon.
Hold on, I need to zoom in onto my goddamn face right now.
Stop hitting USB drives.
We're talking about BlueChew.com, the dick pill that will. Okay, let me talk about it. Real
Is he actually doing this? Okay.
This is not. I'm not sponsored, but if you want a 10 out of
Yeah, you
10
have to
dick
disclose
every
that.
single
Just-
time.
You can't pretend to have a sponsorship.
Have you ever felt like your dick game was at a 7 out of 10?
Just let, yeah.
Listen, Greg, I want to ask you. Every time you have sex, right? Do you feel like your dick's at a 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10 peak performance, hard to the...
Does anyone at this table feel
Depends.
like that? Because I don't feel like
It depends on the time of
It's
day.
not a 10 out of 10 every time.
I try not
Yeah.
to let it dip below a 7.
Yeah, in the morning I'm like,
10 out of 10 every time.
Hey, Brandyn. Up or down? 10 out of 10 dick every time? What? All right, she gave a thumbs up. She's...
What?
She needs an RSGH hat because she's capping right now because there's no way without the blue chew. Anyway, all right, back to Greg. Sorry, it's Blue Chew sponsorship.
I need another drink for this.
it was a joke, FCC.
Don't come for us, please.
No, but I was gonna say too. I don't want to like I'm not gonna bag on the show. I was gonna say too. The fact that we put this on, and the fact that we've just been like going harder on the podcast lately in general, just like putting more attention on it in general. I feel like we've done a good first step.
I agree.
I just feel like the right person needs to watch it, and then they'll tell all their friends, and then we're pretty much famous at that point. Fuck.
That's how it works.
We're on the up.
We gotta meet the right people.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but we're on the up.
It's all about the clickbait, baby. It's all about the topics that people are searching for. It's all about, making sure that everything's great. So speaking of that, of clickbaity content, Gregor, baby, the last time that we talked, you had a little bit of controversy about your Raid Shadow Legend sponsorship.
That was, oh my gosh, when was that? Christmas of 2019?
Yeah. What has been your latest controversy? Has there anything been, saucy? Yeah, anything saucy?
Anything with YouTube or Google?
When has people gotten pissed off at you on your channel?
Every time I tweet.
What are you tweeting that's getting these people pissed off?
I mean, look,
It's the Twitter community.
Right.
What don't you tweet that gets them pissed
They get
off?
mad at anything.
Twitter is toxic.
What was the meme? There was a famous one. There was one that blew up that was like, you could say that you like waffles, and someone would be like, so what do you have against pancakes?
So what? You're a pancake phobe?
Yeah,
You're a
it's
pancake
like,
phobe?
That's a whole new sentence. No, but I guess the only controversial thing that happened lately with the channel was just like not playing Siege for a period of time. And
They were pissed that you played Valorant for a while?
Oh yeah, like mad.
Like, fucking Riot is trash, man. Stop
People
playing
like
that
freak
shit.
out because they'd be like, oh, the gunplay sucks, I don't get it. And it's usually just kind of like, the bullet goes where the crosshair isn't. What's up with that?
Same thing with Counter-Strike,
And I'm
man.
like, have you guys I don't know if you guys realize this, but like Rainbow Six,
first-person shooter.
It's a shooter game. Like
Bullets go
it's not meant to be like hyper realistic. I don't know if people know this, but like in reality, I know Rainbow Six Siege has like inspiration from reality with like counter-terrorist groups and SWAT and military operatives. But in reality, SEAL teams don't go around with like laser beams, like lightsaber guns.
Are you serious?
Going like this around corners. Like Bin Laden didn't get quick peeked.
You're fucking my world up right now.
The guys got Bin Laden to go around like doing that with the shoulder check around the thing.
Hey, you never know. You weren't there. You never know.
All right.
Bin Laden being shot right now to see the quick piece.
Bin Laden tried to plant A without checking his corners. Fucking idiot.
Will.
So-
I think this is him getting peeked around a corner. I think is a fantastic place to end this guest and move on to the next. 'Cause we only have limited time. I love this conversation's awesome, but we gotta get.
of Bin Laden getting shot.
I agree, but I think we gotta get this conversation flowing.
It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, Gregor.
Round of applause for Gregor.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Poggers.
God's here.
We gotta have him on again to get that peek on Bin Laden.
So who are we bringing up next?
I really wish that my YouTube channel blowed up off of World of Tanks. That'd be so sick.
All right, Brandyn, I think it's a perfect time to switch to where we were talking about we want blood on this show. And no one is better when we're talking about blood than Noah Jankowski.
Noah Jana.
Hey, bring Dominic up here too, bro. Like shit.
Yes,
Bring the boys up here.
The boys.
Everybody, this is Noah Janikowski.
This is
Jankowski.
Noah Jankowski is
And
someone I
Mr.
consider an
Dominic.
absolute brother. He is blood to me. He's blood to Brandyn.
Brother.
He may be blood to someone else. I don't
He's
really
blood
give a
to
shit.
me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man right here is a publishing artist creating the sickest beats that can only be described as the next Kanye West. Not only is he crushing it with his boy DomBomb.com, but if he took his shirt off, every lady's ovaries here would explode.
Take your shirt off!
I think Noah has done great things for this podcast. He makes the intro for us, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, he's the intro! He's the intro producer, bro.
He does the intro, he does the outro, and hey man, we love it. You do great things.
So I've got a question for you right off the bat.
No, wait. I gotta set this up. I gotta set the scene.
Please let us
Noah
set us up.
Jankowski is someone I met when he was yay tall. My man was the coolest fucking middle schooler I have ever met in my life. He joined the Wolf Pack from day one. My guy has been part of the club since he was freaking in shorts. My man was in diapers. He's just a bro, and he always has been. He came out the womb fucking spitting bars. This is Noah Jankowski.
Thank you. This kid is amazing. Some of the stuff that he's able to put out and come up with in his own mind really sets him apart from, and even sets him to some of like the major producers that like I listen to on a daily basis in my car rides. He does amazing things, and I can't wait to see where he goes.
This is a man who has had his claws in the group since before Morgan Payne.
Since before any of us.
So snarking. Yeah, this guy's important now.
You out.
Thank you all.
Hey, so I gotta know, this is kind of a personal question. So you remember my high school girlfriend?
Which one? Which one?
BM, dude.
You know.
But no, we've said this. Bitch Michaela.
Yeah, I feel like first names are fine. We don't give it last.
I mean, Brandon's talked about it a lot on the show.
Austin has brought this up to me in the past, to where, how disgusting was it that we had a curtain separating us, and there was some hanky panky happening behind the curtain. I want to know your thoughts behind that, though.
He learned. No one learned that. This is a good sound. Hey.
No, blue balls.
Well, I remember one time Brandon was hanging out with his
Hey, fist away.
Brandon was hanging
He said fist away.
Bring that mic to you. Don't go to the mic. Bring that mic to you. There you go.
Facts.
Go for it.
No, Brandon was hanging out with an ex-girlfriend, and I just came in the room, and I just out of nowhere stomped on his nuts. I figured like karma's coming after me forever ever since that moment. That's what type of brother I was growing up.
Freaking Noah's walking on like the sidewalk every single day, and anything that comes by that could be potentially bad, he like has like the big eyes open. He's like, wait, is this gonna be it? Am I gonna get karma?
Karma today?
Am I getting karma today?
Yeah, so to be honest, whenever you stomped on my actual nutsack, I feel like that's the reason why Blue Chew is a big, significant part of my life. No, so I wanted to talk about a lot about your future projects, because we have DomBomb.com here, aka Dominic. Let's fucking go. He's a fucking guy. Both of you guys have been best friends for a very long time.
8th grade.
Can I bring about an uncomfortable conversation?
Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about this?
Oh,
I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
No!
Can we talk about? Is that? Can I get permission? Both of you guys okay?
Yeah.
All right. So like, I wasn't there for this part of the story, right? I was off, getting free ounces of catnip, okay, whatever we're gonna call it. As soon as I came back, I came into a shit show, and Jamie, who was like watching everybody at the time, was like, they are out of control, this is so crazy. And of course I'm thinking Jamie is just like, yo, she's capping, she's not even like saying some good shit right now. But
BG, bro.
it was some real shit. So I want to know the point of view from exactly what was going on, the plans up to this initial event, and then what happened afterwards.
I don't know. It's just the plan's up to it. It's just some teenage Joe Rogan shit, like
taking just like a shit ton of acid and seeing what happens.
We thought we were ready. We thought we were like cool kids at that point.
I'd love if you could take us through what happened that night. Like if you're open.
And I want Dominic as well, because he was also in a different place.
Give us the rundown, the TLDR of that night, the easy version. Oh my God!
There's nothing easy about this. Easy version.
Give us the 10-minute version of that story.
I've blocked out like most of it. Yeah, it's hard to like chronologically.
Can I lay it out? Yeah, and then everything will like kind of come back to you guys, and you guys give me like your opinions.
Yeah, your live reaction.
I can't. This is fucked. So essentially, what had happened was, I received a call from this woman who said they are all high off their ass on acid. They're out of control. I don't know what to do about this. So we get home. I've got Travis. I've got Oliver. I've got Morgan there.
This was just like a regular night of us hanging out, getting a little fooked up. Like, it was just, everything was normal until this point.
So what had happened, and here's all the major talking points of this. At one point, Dominic's high school girlfriend at the time was there with them, also tripping fucking balls. Noah goes, "Suck my dick," and he pours cherry juice on his fucking peen.
No, that whole story of Noah and Dom doing acid for the first time, and just the events that led or that occurred afterwards have become some of the greatest stories I have heard, especially with the Dom writing everything on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Just the actions that Noah went through.
Well, so
with the
they
cherry
don't
juice
know,
and everything.
They don't know what happened, so we have to kind of like redo a recount. The long story short is like they did 3 tabs of acid each as somebody who has never done hard drugs before. And
wild.
This was at a time in our lives whenever I think like the semester was ending, right? I think that's what was happening.
Oh no, I wasn't in the friend group.
Like, we went and saw a movie or some shit. We went and hung out with our friends back for the night just to like have a chill, dude sleepover.
Yeah. And we get home and Dominic, the guy to the left, is fucking tripping balls. Noah over there is like laying in bed. The kid to the, not all the way to the left, but like he's the third left over.
One with the hat.
Yeah, and he's like laying in bed with Dominic's girlfriend at the time. We're like, what the fuck happened? Turns out Noah's brain went into
like
primal caveman mode.
What a nice catch, by the way.
The fucking thing, the fucking level of shit that we walked into. We were just coming for like a chill night. We were just gonna hang out. Like, I was so excited for the night. All of a sudden, we walk into the situation. It's pure fucking chaos. Like, the entire downstairs is also trashed. On top of this, you didn't mention that. Pretty much the entire house is trashed.
Yeah,
but like upstairs wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
Apparently, what Noah had done was he had taken, when they had all taken acid, Noah had thought it would be a great idea to pour cherry juice on his penis and then look directly at Dom's girlfriend. And I think the phrase, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think I might be, he said, "Start sucking," or something along those lines.
"Suck my dick," and then her name.
Yeah.
And she just started doing it.
And meanwhile, Dom was in another universe.
Yeah, he was having a bad trip, and like it wasn't just a bad trip. Like, he was thinking about what the universe was, and like how can we even be important when we're tiny little humans? What is my
How can mirrors be real?
When I first saw him that night, he was like stereotypically like sitting there rocking in the corner.
Yeah,
dude. That's always scary when you find somebody sitting in like that.
And you like the viewers probably sitting there thinking to yourself, like, okay, I put myself in their shoes, right? How could I fucking possibly be friends with the dude that stole my girl, poured cherry juice on his dick, and made him suck?
Question for a while.
Yeah. And they went through some trials and tribulations
Yeah, they like, if I remember,
everybody.
again, yeah, like exactly like Will, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Dom kind of needed some time after that and they kind of tried to be friends, but like it wasn't really working out for him at that certain point.
Yeah.
I guess the trip was just
it
like
took some
that bad.
time.
Well,
I
no,
guess the bad
it
trip
wasn't
also
even the
affected a little bit of
trip.
that.
It was the fact that
Well, that too.
he took his
He got
girlfriend
cheated on in
essentially.
front of him. That'll turn any trip into a bad trip, I feel like.
I was about to say that probably he probably saw that and started going
I feel
into
like
the bad trip.
stemmed from there, yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like he was probably enjoying his life, like having a great time talking to God and wondering why mirrors aren't real but eyes are.
Well, he was writing on the whiteboard like "love is a lie" and shit. Like,
and then he looked over and he saw like his girl just sucking cherry juice off of his best friend's penis.
Yeah, man.
That would have been an interesting sight to see.
That can turn anything into a bad trip.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, like about them or about what just happened. Like we were so affected the situation that had gone down.
It was so upsetting. It was so upsetting. I gotta say though, like post all of that happening, they have the best friendship. They live together in the same house now, and they've like transformed their shed into this.
That was obviously like
area.
a weird 3 acid tab situation. Like, I guess.
You know, as you do. As you do.
Guess everyone needs to take an acid trip with best friends.
I love fucking Oliver's energy all night, dude. If you just watch him throughout the whole video, he just
fucking Oliver's energy all night. That's
I'm fucking his energy. Another thing that I want to comment on is Austin is keeping us on schedule throughout this whole night. He just keeps saying, all right, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
All right, guys, you got 60 seconds to give your own piece of information.
I was so mad. I was so mad in the moment. I was like, dude, I really just want to fucking just keep going, dude. This is good content. But you did your job because we went over like an hour and a half.
We went over more than an hour and a half.
It's even more surprising that he's so on point with everything.
And then when I walked away to like deal with the mic issues, the fucking cat segment went on way too long.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. We'll be talking about that because that's part of the episode that I kind of got messed up.
That is coming up.
So we created this while we were getting everything set up, and despite the fact how much of an audio and video failure it was, we came up with this idea to put all of the girls that we were associating ourselves with onto the stand.
Majority of ourselves.
And everybody was all the girls were fucking surprised. Nobody else knew what was happening in that moment. Except for Austin and I. Especially these girls. You could tell by the way that they look right now. They're all fucking confused. And one in particular looks pretty upset to be up there.
Yeah, man.
Jess is like, I'm upset about it, but I'm gonna fucking take the reins and own it.
Yeah.
Someone had to, because it wasn't going to be any of the others.
Push through, yeah.
I also forgot that her and Tabe wore like the exact same outfit that night. That was hilarious.
Yeah, they both got the fucking jean jackets on.
They were coordinated as fuck.
Oh my
That's how
god,
you know girls think
dude!
alike.
Bailey, it looks so upset to be there.
Bro, she was pointing at
Explain
Oliver.
myself.
She was looking at Oliver the whole time. She was like, Oliver, just give me a confirmation.
I'm going to explain myself. Yeah.
Hold on one second. I need to buckle my shoe.
Yeah. My little situation. That was so funny.
Brandyn,
That's what we want to call that? A
wishes you didn't
situation?
associate with.
Was that a situationship?
That was
I don't know how much detail you can say about this, Will. So
yeah, I don't know if either of them even pay attention to what happens. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Either way, good bit. Even though Oliver got into a little bit of trouble over it, he had no idea what was going on. And Bailey, thank you for forgiving
hey
him.
man,
because it was all on
everything's
me.
just my fault automatically, you know.
I will say Brandon went home and slept
You better
with
not
one of
watch
the
this.
girls that were up there on Will's couch.
Guess
And
which one.
it wasn't
which
the
one.
one that he wanted. It wasn't the one that he wanted that night.
Yeah.
One at
Anyway,
the
so
table
we're gonna
ended up with the jugs.
And I knew it happened on my couch.
Brandon ended up in jugs.
I knew it happened on my couch. You want to know why? Found the
You look at
fucking
the stains.
stains.
Oh, stop.
Had to wash my shit, bro.
Hey man,
Just
it
flip the
happened.
cushion.
There is no
That's-
cushion. It has a. My
Cover.
couch has a
The
thing.
cover.
My couch has a couch cover on it, so that's why. So I had to take the couch cover off, put
For
that
dogs,
in.
cats, and Brandon's spunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Travis, you put
Always
the
knew
couch
that he
cover
had bad
inside-
aim.
You put the couch cover inside out, you still see the stain probably. So
Dude.
True. They're usually
it-
thinner.
I had to wash that fucking. I had to
Yeah.
wash that shit twice.
damn, dude.
anyway,
Because the way I found it was there was the blanket was like over top of the stain,
was
and I
looking for
moved
it.
the blanket so that way I could like lay down, and I see like this spot, and I'm like, I don't want to
Brandon
sit down
tried
on
to
my
cover
couch
it up.
anymore.
He came out like a hunting dog.
Tried to
Just
cover it up.
where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I smell spunk right now.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be
I am the
hilarious.
cum sniffer,
Why is it so pungent, though? It's kind
dude.
of nasty.
It
What,
is
cum
kind
or
For your
my cum?
body.
both.
Everyone's.
Just
everyone's.
Brandon's.
My-
Like, I could definitely tell
Oliver's
from
got
the
musk.
from the
Brandon's
smell.
got the cum musk.
I could definitely tell from the smell that Brandon had been drinking a lot.
Hold on, I have to rebuckle my shoe.
I'm gonna explain myself. My name is Bailey Funk. All right, we're good. We're going.
I guess we should say who we are, what we do with our lives.
My name is Bailey Funk. I'm an Aquarius. I'm 22 years old. Nothing's going right in my life, including this conversation. So I'm just really excited. I can't see that. This was against my will. Mom, if you're seeing this, call 911.
Call 911, help me.
Danny?
My name is Danny. I am Austin's wife, unfortunately. I am a Capricorn. I am 25. What else did you say?
What's your attitude towards life?
Pretty negative, you know. No, but life goes on, and it sometimes doesn't go the way we want it to. But
A fist away, a fist away.
I'm like this close. Yeah, but I'm done now, so.
Yeah. You can use the other one. A fist away.
I know I can. Why did they do this?
We skipped me.
We're going back now.
No, I think you got this.
You have my
Just
attention.
own the realm. Make them pay attention. Yeah, you are. Same.
Well, then you're 21, girl.
This is stupid. Secondly, Travis's girlfriend. Firstly,
I want to blame both of them. I want to blame.
you wasted 30 minutes of my life.
I want to blame the boys for that. We're doing just fine over here.
We're killing it.
There's some wrong way to hold a microphone. There is such a wrong way.
Hold on.
Just go.
A microphone is a microphone. We have to restart that.
Yeah. Just continue going.
Okay.
Jess, are you done?
Jess, is that your... No. I have a lot to talk about.
Wait, I have to introduce myself.
This is part of the bit. Just continue going.
I hate this for us.
What's your zodiac sign?
Hi. Sex. It has to be sex.
Hey, Gerald. That was a given. Jared, can you go ahead and explain what just happened?
I don't know. Oh. the mics. The boys decided to give us mics that were not properly handed to us.
Says the person who calibrated them all.
Yeah, but you handed them to us facing the wrong fucking way. That mic was off. I've been trying to figure out why it's so staticky the last 5 minutes of Noah's interview. Hi, my name is Janko Kowalski. I've been over here trying to fucking run this podcast.
And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra, if you couldn't tell. I don't know why I'm here.
All right, we'll be taking questions from Travis. Travis, any questions?
Why are we up here?
That's not my question.
Question.
Okay.
Who out of all the boyfriends do you guys think is the most egotistical?
Are any of us
Brandon all the way. All the way, Brandon is the most egotistical.
I do have a close second.
Is that your close second?
No, my close second was Will.
Oh, Will. That makes sense. Do we consider Will a boyfriend?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Jess, do we consider Will a boyfriend? I just want to say Travis said out of the boyfriends.
I don't even have a boyfriend right now.
None of us have a boyfriend. I don't.
Guys, right? I got a real question.
Okay.
Out of the real sensitive guys, who do you guys think is the most like romantic / husband material? Like, who is the most?
She has a husband.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would say Austin's pretty romantic.
Like, husbando out of the real sensitive guys.
Fuck
Okay,
me.
so I mean, I'm probably a little biased, but I think Austin's the most like emotionally mature, and maybe Travis. Travis might also be emotionally mature to be married. I think Brandon has a lot of growing. Oliver has a lot of growing. Will has a lot of growing. Austin and I are just kind of growing together. I'm sure you and Travis are growing.
That's very
together.
exciting, though.
But I think them two are like the most emotionally ready to be married.
I think
mean,
it's-
hopefully Austin's emotionally ready to be married since he is.
I don't know how to answer this.
I think it's important though that you guys are growing together, both you and Jess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with your selective partners, are growing together.
Is that the end of the question? Can you give
I'm
us
not
another
answering this
question?
I'm not answering the question. Yeah, we got a new RSGH question.
Since this is for all the guys,
Oh, I'm afraid.
This is for all the guys. What do you ladies look for in a guy? Step number one, besides looks.
Emotional maturity. Period.
I look for a guy that challenges my intelligence.
Nerdiness. Nerdiness is okay.
Wait, say it louder, Emily, for the people over here.
I would say she has a thing for toxic guys. We're not speaking
Oh.
the correct way. I would say funny. I like funny guys, which makes sense. Funny. Comical. I said funny.
What's the question? I think it's really exciting. My question that I've asked most of you is this a beginning, a turning point, or an end?
I think.
Well, no, because I think it's like, is this a jumping off point to something bigger, which is very exciting? Is it the beginning of something bigger, or is it the end of an era? And maybe that means it's a turning page to something else, or it means like, okay, we're closing the book of this point in our lives. Like, it's something that's really interesting to me because this is something that they've been doing for like 2 years. And, you know, I find this very exciting, but I'm just like, oh, what does this mean?
I think that if they stick to the real sensitive guy's name, they are possibly able to help a lot of young men traverse through this world, especially since all of these guys also have women opinions behind them. views in on it as well.
Except for that one time I was watching an episode of the podcast and they had a conversation. They were like, whose lives are harder, men's or women's? And the only person who said women's was Travis.
Because Travis knows and we like Travis.
We like Travis. Yeah, throwing it back.
He's the one that stuck my dick the whole time.
Well, okay.
Thank God. Okay, and we're out. No, don't do that. They won't turn it back on.
She's just muted.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Brandyn Show because nobody else is here. So I'm out here. It's the Brandyn Show. I'm here to talk.
Got you. I got you, baby.
You want me to fart on you first?
No. Rain on my face. Rain in my nostrils.
The boys are back!
Where's my beer?
The boys are back in town. In the kitchen. In the kitchen by the sink. There's 2 of them out already.
All right,
Up
well.
next, we have somebody who's going to tell us everything that we need to know about our lives because the stars and the moon told us so. Kirsten and Kat, get your fucking anuses up here.
Let's go!
We memed that this was like the worst bit of the night, but actually watching it again,
prepared.
I think it was cool. They were super prepared, and we got our signs read.
Yeah, so
Found out that-
the whole idea was that they came up and they didn't have anything prepared, but the blonde girl on the left was a big part of my life, and then her sister was very excited to be on the show. So what they did was they created these, they looked up our star signs, found out who was compatible within the group, and really dove into our psyche based off of what the fucking stars have to say.
Yeah,
And I gotta say that they were pretty on point with all of their
false connections.
But
Yeah, pretty
I will
good.
say the personality test and whatever that they got from the star signs, I would say it was pretty on point with everybody that they gave.
They dove into
I think it weirdly
Travis
lined
and I.
up, but I feel like I don't know, man. They fucking planned it.
It feels like confirmation bias too. Like you kind of hear what you
Yeah,
want to
true.
hear. It's only nice things. Like they're not.
You
gonna
remember
be up
the
there being
stuff
like,
that you
smelly.
You remember
feet.
the stuff that lines up with like you, but you don't remember the stuff that doesn't.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, like, no, I don't. I've come to believe that nobody actually thinks this shit is real, unless you're a fucking NPC, right?
I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like there is a huge culture of people who. I mean, there's witches, you know, like they're casting spells and shit. I don't think.
I mean, Brandyn.
Oh no, we're not exposing anything right now.
I was about to say, Brandyn, you know a witch.
NPC behavior is being like normal SpongeBob or like a Chad or Stacy, right? That's NPC behavior. Then there's
They
the
don't
people
put
that are on
SpongeBob
like
in
the
there.
other side. So there's us on the one side, the cool people, right?
Yeah, we're
Then
the main
NPCs
characters.
are the average people. Then on the other side, you have like the cringe weirdos, and I feel like astrology people fall into the cringe weirdos.
They're not, though.
We love these
I'd
two.
say-
We
I'd say
we love
they're-
these two
They're
girls.
the
two are cool.
antagonists. They're the antagonists for sure, right?
They're the anti-heroes. They're the anti-heroes because the antagonist
or at least
sounds
it's
like
side
they're mean.
quests. Or no, yeah, they're side quests for sure.
They're cool though. Both of them are really cool. They're really well,
Yeah.
like they came like really well thought out. It was a good bit. Like we got like good reactions out of people. We got like good stories out of everything.
I'm not convinced they didn't like pre-make it to line up with us, but like the fact that Oliver's was accurate, like Brandyn and I's were largely the same except for a couple differences. Like it all felt.
They
too
basically
good.
said
It all felt like it lined up too well. It was like scripted.
they said that Travis and I were like a really good like match. They said Oliver doesn't open up about his feelings,
But he
and
is very sensitive at the same time.
you guys get to hear what they say about Will, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Yeah, overall they kind of crushed it. And then the train comes through.
Yeah,
which,
then all the audio shit
I think for
happened,
the
which made-
second time, or is this the first time when it came?
Is this
through?
like the third time, man?
Dog,
No, the
this is
third
like
time-
the millionth time.
The third time was later on. I think that
this
because the third time is when Neely and Bren came over.
We hop into
It's
this.
been trash, but I feel like it went by like 10 times.
It went by like
we kind of hop into this
like,
on episode 101, and we talk about like what all happened. But I really feel like that this is going to be a shitty experience for the viewers, but this was one of the greatest experiences for me. I loved this. Anytime that we would get feedback from the audience, or I would look up and somebody would be like, fuck yeah, you said the right thing. Or I would look up and nobody would say shit. It's like, oh, well, okay, I said something cringe there. That's like the feedback that I loved.
Yeah, it's like a live studio audience. We had like better than a laugh track because we were actually, this was not even fake. It was not a pre-recorded laugh track. I promise you, people actually thought like every other sentence we were saying was hilarious. I mean, everyone was also drinking, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Factual evidence.
Yep, and here's
it was just awesome. And you know what? The real fans who have been watching since episode 1 will love this. They won't think it's shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shitty audio experience for sure.
Sorry.
But
we still haven't gotten it down, but we will.
we
episode
just
200, we will.
I will say
Is that how we set this up?
you literally tell me and I'll do it right now. I will say it's a water sign, more emotional.
I mean, I'm a Cancer, so that makes sense.
Oh, my entire chart is all water.
Very emotional, but you don't actually ever talk about your feelings.
Hey, let's go! That was the best. That was accurate. I'm also a homebody, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so time. What do you want to know?
I'm November 28th, 1995.
I mean, I have emotions. Shut up, Trav.
Sagittarius.
I heard that shit.
Where were you born?
Triangle, Virginia.
I know where I was born.
Right, like 15 minutes down the road from Quantico.
Oh, wow.
I know where.
Do you know your time of birth?
Yes, it was.
Mike.
Got it. I know I was born at, I think it was 3:22 a.m.
AM. Okay, perfect.
Morning baby, and it was snowing outside because it was awesome.
Does that legit matter if it was snowing?
I hope so.
So you actually share a moon in Pisces.
How come I didn't
over
get this
here.
content?
You're next. Hold on, give me a moment. Oh my God.
We're going around the horn.
That's a podcast show.
Considering I had to read their chart like 1,000 times, you have the same descendant and Uranus and
Wow, Uranus is nice.
Actually, no.
Let's go!
3 Anuses, all the same. There you go. But you're rising, so you're precipitate, like everything is in Libra, so that's good. So a little bit of a love in your heart. You like to
there you go.
heart.
I feel it,
Perfect.
I feel it.
All right. Date, time.
07/14/97, 2:53 a.m.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Close. Let's go.
I missed the the date.
July 7th.
7th, perfect.
14th of July, 1997.
Place of birth.
St. Jude's Hospital, Maryland.
Ooh. You're special,
County,
baby.
possibly Frederick, or
I think it's more Baltimore County.
Baltimore?
I think
Perfect.
St. Jude's Hospital. I think it's in Baltimore County, yeah. St. Jude's or St. Joe's, but it's
And
Baltimore
then your
County.
time of birth.
2:53 a.m.
I'm so proud of you guys for actually knowing what your time of birth.
A few minutes away from you.
Basically, the only person here who didn't know their birth
AM?
time was Brandon.
I have the treasure.
AM, PM?
AM.
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 You're here now. You're here now. That's all that matters.
So we got that moon in Leo, so we're matched up over here.
Oh, goddamn.
Got that little ego going.
Okay. I don't really have an ego. You can ask.
So wait.
What do you mean?
That is cap.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, that's fair. That's a cap.
Oh my God.
According to that, does that mean that everybody else other than me had like the ego booster thing to them?
Literally. So you are like, you can't read the room.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I am fucking special, Travis. I can talk louder than you if you want.
So do you know how to communicate? Because
it depends on what it is.
Because that's literally what your chart is telling me.
Depends on what it is. Depends on what it is. Damn it, come to that.
Okay, so for coming back again in your midhaven for your career is in Leo. So that is positive. Having a little bit of that ego will help you go far.
You saying the other shit's negative?
Yeah, it's really emotional.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing a lot of like
There's a lot of emotional
tears,
burden coming from you.
tissues, a lot.
Oliver, if it makes you feel better, basically my entire chart is all water, which is basically just the most.
So what, you're a waterbender?
I'm the most emotional sign in everything.
Right.
Water signs are like the emotional, crying, sensitive signs.
I don't cry though.
No, but I'm saying my chart is all water.
To wrap this up,
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit about, because the new Hogwarts game is coming out, I want to know a little bit about wizardry. Can you talk to me about how to make people fall in love with you from a wizardry standpoint?
So you mean like spells
No,
or what?
Hold up. That first
spells, baby.
Yo, but we haven't.
Yes, there is such a thing. Manifest, rose petals, pink candles,
we haven't,
rose quartz. Rose quartz.
We haven't psychoanalyzed the producer. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Weird. Yes.
This and everything.
So September 1st, 1997.
What time?
So I'm going to tell you
It was
right
early morning.
Let me tell you right
I'm
now.
not sure though.
I can tell you right now.
Okay.
You and I share the same toxic trait.
Let's go.
We are September Virgos. So
Yep.
are you a control freak? Everything is your way or no way?
Yeah, you a little bit.
A little stubborn.
A little bit.
Tell me you don't feel a little bigger about yourself when you know you're right, and then someone tells you you're right.
Hey, sounds like you and Brandyn.
When Austin gets a compliment, he leans into it. Like,
Yeah.
extra.
September 9th, 1997.
So what is your year?
97.
97, perfect.
I have a bad habit of convincing people I'm right.
Birthplace.
Bitburg, Germany.
Oh, there we go.
Big boy.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I don't know how to spell that.
That's fair enough, I suppose.
Spell?
Bitburg is Bitburg. So very, very.
Bitburg.
Yeah.
Bittyburg.
They have a
Germ.
beer.
Bitburg.
Bitburg beer.
Have you had it?
It's a
Germany.
place in Germany with a beer.
Have you had it?
That's where he was born, bitch.
Yeah, I should.
Why are you not? Okay, spell it again, because I might be doing this wrong.
I think it's Bitburg.
Might be B-I-T-T.
Try
could
TT.
be, but I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
German,
BIT.
so you know they like to add a lot of different letters.
Oh, we found it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Time.
I think it was early morning, like 1:30.
Okay, perfect.
a.m.
That gives me something.
It gives you an idea.
I'm surprised your mom had the heart to push it.
Nah, bro, I came out fast. I was excited to come out into the world. I was ready.
You and I share a lot of toxic traits that are all the same.
That's
Perfect.
cool.
So the good thing is though, your Mercury is in Virgo.
Okay.
So podcasting is great because you can wait, whoa. You said you can't get people to believe you. You can't convince.
No,
you.
I have a
you
bad
can.
habit of doing it.
So that's literally exactly what that means.
Wow,
I
you're
was about to be,
toxic as
so
fuck.
confused. I was
You're
like,
toxic
no,
as
that's
fuck.
what Virgo and your Mercury means.
Okay.
Perfect. But your Sun and your Moon are both Virgo. So again, you are always right. It's okay.
Virgo.
We are.
It is what it is. It is what
As
it
a
is.
podcast producer, all Austin has to do is get us to believe something, which is
Yup.
not hard at all.
Yup.
Travis is gullible. Travis is gullible.
Okay.
Just say it to us, and we'll say it on the podcast.
We have a very heavy Earth and Fire. So
You're a fire and earthbender.
Let's
so
go.
you are literally a born natural leader.
I like it.
There you
I
go.
like it. That sounds about right to me.
That sounds pretty dang close.
That sounds about right to me.
Nobody heard that except me.
I'm going back to the whole love potion thing.
Brandyn, shut up.
No, this was
Stop talking.
This was prior.
All right. Prior bit.
I would request, Brandyn, that we save this and bring Kat Simmons on as a guest.
That's fair.
On a
I say
separate
that.
I request we leave this for another night.
That way you can dive deep into
I'm
this.
so curious about the whole wizardry aspect, but honestly, we've got to move on to the other guests.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to delve
We're out of
deep
time.
into it, I think we should have it as a full episode.
I mean, we can keep going until midnight, literally. Yeah, if we
Thank
want
you, Cody.
to. We got
Like, we should have both of you on as guests. That's what I'm saying.
Because some of this one.
So so thank you guys. Thank Kat and Kirsten. Thank you so much.
We haven't had all our guests.
Who else you want to be on?
Both of Travis's stories.
Is this the final?
Or Darius and
Do we want it to be the final guest, or do we want to try to do one more really quick?
How long have we been going?
I say we get through all our. If we're allowed to stay here, let's get through our guests.
How late do you have this venue?
Until whenever we want to leave.
Then let's get through our guests.
Until 10, but they don't care
B.
if we stay until like 11.
Let's get through our guests, and then we'll go.
We were worried that this was
We have a few guests. We have Connor and Darius, Cody, and then Emily and her booth thing.
Are we gonna run through all of them?
We should go through all our guests because we can cut. We can cut. We can cut if it's bad. Brandon, we can cut content. We should go through all.
I definitely want this to be about me because I'm all about.
Shut up!
Brandon, call up Cody.
I'm drunk.
Brandon, call up Cody.
Cody Rush on the stage! Cody Rush on the stage!
Brandon, give him an intro.
Next person up is going to be Cody. He is a very avid Fortnite player. Brandon loves to ride his dick while playing in Fortnite lobbies. Most people do. But I'm going to hand it over to Cody.
So Cody, tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself? Was this an interview?
No, just
absolutely.
Hey, we want to feel familiar with you. Just give us a little intro, a little like an elevator. Hey,
Give us your elevator pitch.
yeah, Cody, give us your elevator pitch, like 30 seconds.
I got 2 minutes.
I have no reason to be here at all. Not even a little.
Hey man, you got a dog? You got a puppy?
Yeah. He's got a cute name.
That God, you show
Doesn't matter.
So, all right.
Wait, you saw that one?
Oh, Brandon, here's the thing. All right, Cody. How about this? So, you went to Shepherd University. What was that experience like for you? And then you obviously met myself, Brandon, Travis, and Will, and everybody else. How has that been in your whole experience? Because, you know,
the best experience was just being able to like socialize with so many people.
Okay, that's fair.
Which has like been a completely different plot for like the adult life side of it.
I agree with that.
Like I've met so many people in college, and then like
that mic a little closer.
in my adult life, it was like I haven't really met too many more people. That makes
Okay,
sense.
I gotcha.
Like
So,
networking would all be in your college years.
Okay. So, what are your career goals? What do you want to do? What are your aspirations?
Little closer.
Don't ask me that deep. What are your career goals? You got that?
I mean, I know mine. I know mine.
Hey, hold on. We're the real sensitive guy hours. We're talking about sensitive topics. Bailey just got a pizza.
You gonna make me cry right now? Is that what you're saying?
Let's talk about your like relationship troubles. Being a dude
With
that
R,
is
with R, with R.
college experience. You're not meeting women every single day. You're just kind of on your own grind, going to the fucking gym. Can you show us your guns real quick? Fucking flex. No. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I just came.
You came?
That was underneath the table. Sorry.
What has been dating like for you, and do you have any stories that are?
You have that one.
You have that one.
I have one crazy story. So, I was texting a chick, as you do, right?
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Right? Travis, you know? Yeah, baby. So, we set up plans, meet for just like a casual dinner, nothing crazy. We planned it all out, like a table, like I reserved a
Table for two? Yeah.
Table for two in Frederick, which is quite a drive, like 40 minutes for me, which is
I mean, if you're gonna get some, it's worth it.
am I commuting to like a full-time job right now, like making decent salary? Get all the way out there, I'm sitting at the table. I'm in person, I thought I would be a little bit cute, like bring a rose with me to like, just give as a
Make it a little
friendly
nice,
gesture.
yeah.
Boy, okay. If there's anyone who can relate, it's your boy right here.
Little classic romance. I love it.
Anyone who's the king of being overly romantic out the gate, it's this guy.
Yes.
Right
I think it.
Travis knows, Travis knows for
Facts.
sure. And,
TB, we know who you are.
So I'm sitting there, and as one does, I'm like 10 minutes in, I'm like, hey, like how close are you? Like,
years back.
have the table, what's going on? Nothing. Just completely no communication. I was like, all right. Another like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes goes by. I'm like, what do I do at this situation? Never been stood up before in my life. Sitting 40 minutes away from my house. I'm like, guess I'm gonna start drinking.
Yeah, you just treat yourself.
You made the right decision at that point, though. You made the right decision.
Like 15, 20 minutes in, grab a drink, grab some appetizers, and funny enough, the table across from me, around the same age as myself, understands like the situation that's happening, and they're like, we're gonna grab this guy a drink.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They order me a huge margarita. Ginormous. Way too much for like what I should be drinking to drive home. And I'm like, thank you. So I hand my rose over to the table that bought me the drink, of course.
Nice, that's smooth.
And I joined them for the evening.
We
start bar hopping.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So
I thought since you gave him the rose, you got invited back for a little playtime.
Yeah. Will, it was just a rose. It wasn't a full-on pineapple, okay?
I mean,
or Cody like a grapefruit or something, you know.
Gotta show the technique. Gotta show the technique.
The technique first. It's all about the technique.
Stroke it well before you fucking toke it well. You know what I'm saying?
So we're just bar hopping, and then we just end the night going back to like their like townhouse, and just like 10, 20 people of us just chilling, taking drinks. And that's where I ended the night, just like.
Did you make any friends from that?
I mean, I've definitely called them friends. We haven't like hung out since. We've communicated a little bit.
You like that when you're drunk, though. Yeah. Like, you're my best friend now, and then you never talk to them again.
And you're cool for that one night. And
I think this is a perfect moment for the Real Sensitive Guy Hours to key in, put yourself in Cody's shoes, and tell me what you would be thinking in that situation. At the same time, I would love to thank Cody and bring on Connor and Darius if we could get you two guys.
Wait.
All right.
I've got two things here. So
Okay, two things.
Number one, goddamn, I would have done the fucking same thing that you did, bro.
That would have been a good night.
It's a good move.
I'm merging.
You salvaged the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Because you found another group that was like, and you're just like, all right, I got stood up, like, fuck it. I'll just fuck this other group and have a good night.
Yeah.
Like, I respect that. Hardcore.
You turned a shit ass night into something that was great. And honestly, like, I've told your story to other people because we were playing Fortnite and we were on Discord. I honestly fucking mad respect, brother. Mad respect. That is a the
True.
It's a lot of guys to go do that.
True.
People can get stood up and actually make that into like
A good story.
Well, I mean, Cody's got some cojones for that one. He's got
it home.
Hey, Cody, you've got some cojones for that one.
Thank you.
So I want to talk a little bit about how we met and the I guess how you and I were at competition at first.
Yeah.
Rivals. No. Do not answer. This again with Cat Simmons. Look, we're on a timeline. This is the 100th episode. I would love to have Cody on for a full episode where we go over all of this shit and more. This is its own episode.
Yeah, so I get you. So. And then
I'd love you to consider this in the downtime.
This is an invitation.
Austin made this political.
An absolute invitation.
So and then afterwards,
yeah,
we
look for
became the
episode.
fucking So give me a TLDR about your initial thoughts, and then when we parted.
Yeah. What did you think when you met the Real Sensitive Guys?
No blue balls. Let this be for the Cody interview.
I'm down.
Let this be the Cody.
As long as that's the title of our entire podcast.
Absolutely, you will be the whole episode.
Yes. We are diving into you.
The Cody episode. Absolutely.
Literally into me.
Oh, I will get into you.
Okay, maybe not
Absolutely.
well.
It's a deep dive into
Okay.
Cody's mind. It's its own episode. We've
I
got to
just
move
want
on.
to say before we kick you off, Cody, I fucking appreciate your vulnerability. I appreciate you as a human being.
They've come back into our lives recently, and they don't know why you were ever not in our lives.
True.
That's a good point.
I blame Austin.
Hey,
All right, look, we're going to have you back, Cody. We appreciate you on the podcast.
Hey, we love you, brother.
Hey, bro. Hey, thanks, guys.
He put the chin on the shoulder.
Yo, Darius and Connor.
If anybody is unfamiliar with who the fuck these people are, these are my literal best friends from childhood. They shaped me into the man I am today. This is Darius and Connor.
Hello.
Yeah, so Darius and Connor, I want to know, there's a lot of things that you revealed in the Travis interview. One of the biggest things in high school, at least, was that Travis was often called...
I had pissed too. I'm gonna go pee.
In high school. Anything context as to what it was like to be friends with Travis back then, and has he changed?
Basically, it was social suicide.
Was it though?
It was actually more middle school than high school, but I definitely was not like the most popular kid in the fucking school when I came to high school.
You were to a degree, like you weren't. It wasn't that bad. I was very implicated. Like
I dated a girl who like a lot of guys wanted. That's pretty much all I had going for me.
Hell yeah.
I mean, as the person you were gay with. I was usually the suspect being gay with him. Yeah, so me and you against them.
I've got a lot of questions. So we're gonna start with Darius really quickly. Okay. Darius, we trip balls together.
We have.
We've tripped balls together.
Not enough.
One thing that was very interesting to me, and forgive me if I'm diving too deep here, because it's gonna be kind of deep. One thing that I remember somebody telling me was I was kind of just doing my own thing, and that's something that you aspire to do. What in your own life have you done to take control in your life and take it back? Because to be honest, let me lay this story out for everybody that doesn't know. You're a fucking handsome dude. I love your personality. You're one of the kindest people I've ever fucking met in my life.
I actually do not think there is a nicer person on earth than Darius.
No. Thank you. Not true, but thank you.
You're funny. I enjoy being around you. Can we go around your insecurities and what that looks like for you? Just get me hit. You know, like tell me what that is. Lay that out for me.
You want like. What do you want?
I want the world.
You want my world, my darkest secret?
The world.
I don't know. I have a great girlfriend who gives me a very positive. I used to have a very dark outlook on the world. Like,
tell me about that. What does that look like?
I don't know. I always thought I was second rate. You know, this isn't your fault at all. But you know, being compared to someone who's in the limelight all the time and everybody was always paying attention, you just feel like you want that too. But living next to it, it's just awesome to be around people like that. But when you feel lonely, I guess, you don't want to be a part of it too much because you don't want to encroach. But now that I'm with my girlfriend now, it's like, I don't know, she gives me such a cool, positive perspective that I want to have fun too, to hang out and do stuff.
To give like a tiny bit quick background on that, Darius is and has been with basically his high school sweetheart. This is somebody who, when I met him, I basically knew that they were compatible for each other. If I'm being completely honest, I never thought they would actually get together because they were both so like painfully shy that they didn't want to.
We really
but
were.
Eventually, they did admit their feelings for each other, and they got together like years after the fact, and the rest is history.
It took like 10 years, but
they're one of the best couples I know.
Tell me that's not what the real sensitive guy hours is about.
Right?
Finding that shit.
I mean, we wouldn't have so much relationship shit to talk about if we hadn't experienced so many different relationship archetypes in our life.
Hey, I mean, that's the same way with...
Couple, you've got the outgoing couple, you've got the shy guy and outgoing girl couple, you've got the outgoing girl and shy guy couple. Like, we hit all the marks, all right?
Clip that.
I'm interested to know, like, what was the dark outlook in life, and then, you know, how.
What do you mean by dark
overcome-
outlook?
So those
That is-
times
that's
that
the
weren't all
conversation
roses
we've
and
had before.
daisies.
What does that look like for you then? And then now, have you overcome it? Have you not? Like, what does that look like? Paint that picture for me. I want to be your Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa?
I do.
Do my best to paint you as beautiful as you are. I don't know. You don't find joy in anything, and that's hard to change your perspective.
Holy shit,
Without
that was
knowing,
real.
like,
It really is.
No, well, don't.
where you're at,
Go.
you're kind of in the dark. You're just lost, I guess, and not trying to bring it back to my girlfriend. She brought me to the light. You don't know how to have fun or enjoy yourself until you're in that position, I suppose. So,
I agree.
You know, by surrounding myself with friends, that was the best start I could have, and which is why I was over all the time and trying to hang out with everybody, making friends. So, yeah, I guess through friendship and camaraderie and stuff, that's what brought me back. The power of friendship.
Yo, round of applause for that.
I admire you in the fact that, number one, you have a work ethic that's unmatched. You can tell by your fucking body, baby. Like, let's go. Right?
Try leaving soon.
No, but like, and we can go into that as well. But you have a beautiful soul, and to be honest, you've always been somebody I looked up to or aspired to be. Just to, I don't have that innate ability to just be kind to people. I'm very selfish in nature. And the fact that you can do that.
I'd like you to zoom into Will real quick. He's over here nodding.
I'm just agreeing. That's all.
The fact that you can do that, and that's your first nature, is insane. And you know, despite the fact that you have this darkness going on in your life, and you know, whatever in your past has made that happen to you, you've still found light in that is beautiful to me. Is beautiful to me.
Yeah, say it twice to make it real.
Thank you. Say it twice.
Connor is also bringing so much beauty to the conversation.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Our boy Connor is a recent father. So, like, I mean, what more beautiful life, or what more beautiful thing could life give you than a son?
Absolutely.
Made in your own image.
Connor,
I mean, obviously you were an amazing guy before. What have you learned from being a father?
I think the question I would ask is, look, is it real? Is it true? Parenthood changes you.
Yeah.
Is that
Did
real?
you look at that child and just feel like a whole new kind of love that you've never felt before?
Did shit start getting real as soon as it happened?
I think, yes, the change is real, but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's, we're closing? Right here? Okay. It's definitely a good thing. It's a great change. It gives you a new perspective on things, and I think it makes you appreciate things more and live in the moment more.
Can you try to describe that love for what this thing you created? This thing you brought into the world.
You busted all kinds of nuts.
Describe that to us.
What did you feel? So, like, okay, there's nothing like, obviously it was like a first time you held your son. When you first held him in your arms and looked him in the face, what did you feel?
It's a little hard to describe. I mean,
of course,
it's a lot of shock value, a lot of like, wow, this isn't real, but it's happening right now, and I don't know. It kind of sets in over time, and then you kind of feel the love.
Did you get really emotional during it?
It's like
Not
so
during,
much overwhelming,
but after.
It's so much overwhelming emotion at first that like you can't even really.
You can't process it. Right. It kind of keeps up in your brain and it goes through it. Otherwise, you can explode. I mean,
we can explode.
You'd explode.
Let's talk about your career as a content creator really quickly.
Okay.
All right. And after this, we got to get our next guest going. Sorry.
Yes.
I want to party.
Logic. With a 0.
Yeah. A 0 and a 1. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, let's talk about.
Pass the vape.
Sorry. We've got nicotine addictions here. So as a content creator, what has that been like? Because at the same, we started working on content at the same time together. You know, Spin Shoot and Press, Logical Byte, Logic. We did very different things, but we learned a lot from each other. I think your content, just in general, is original in the fact that you bring personality into it, as well as these cool, quick edits that are also showing some.
Only Jared can hear this, but me and Oliver over here having sex.
Can you talk to me with that journey?
Ian like that?
Ian like that? Surprising. Definitely getting a bunch of followers is unexpected. It makes you excited at first. But then over time, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I deserve it. Just making TikToks in my free time.
What is that called?
It's dead. It's dead. I had a charger. I can put on a charger.
I would do that a lot, for sure.
I can put on a charger real quick. That way when we're done, I can hit it.
Like, if you have any doubts, I mean, we as your like best friends know you're an amazing person. Like, whether we're talking about Connor, Brandyn, Gregor, anybody who's allowed to like people in your life know you're an amazing person. And I know in the world of
I think yours is dead. It sometimes is.
But you guys genuinely are an entertaining and amazing person today.
So tell me about your journey going through all of that.
Tell you what?
Tell me about your journey going through all of that.
It's conflicting. I feel like I should spend more time on it sometimes. I feel like I should pay it more attention, but I don't know. It's kind of a side gig, and it's surprising to see people kind of gain attention.
No, I definitely, from time to time, I will definitely come into your streams, not just as like a friend and just being like a good supporter, but definitely just as like it's a good person to see on the stream, and you give good entertainment. You do, especially when you hit the clean licks on Valorant.
Oh yeah,
those are nasty.
Hey man,
those are nasty.
Look, dude, I started my YouTube career early in the podcast days, and I was looking to Logic as my fucking.
Obviously.
That was what I was looking at. I was like, this is the quality I'm striving for.
Is that what inspired you to become our producer?
Hey man, I always wanted to be part of a podcast, and y'all just gave me an excuse.
That was a big requirement. I said this all the time. I don't know if I probably actually asked that on the podcast, but hiring you on as if we're paying.
So
has been seriously.
Hey, Travis. Look, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna strive to keep the podcast up and growing. And in doing so, I've got to thank you, both Darius and Connor. We'd love to have you back on for your own episodes as guests. We will get that done.
If anybody's out there who is like a Travis fan on the Real Sensitive
Absolutely.
Podcast, if anybody's out there who's like a specifically Travis fan, these are the guys who made me who I am.
Are you busting your own ego right now?
No, I'm boosting them.
There you go. We thank you guys. We appreciate you.
I'm serious.
No.
We thank you guys for being on. We appreciate you. We'll have you back on. And we got to keep it moving. We're calling up Emily and her boo thing, Flamingo Man.
Yes,
Flamingo Man.
Yeah, Brandyn.
Mr. Brennan.
This is Brandyn.
I can do that.
Brandyn literally just gets the awesome.
I'm ready right now. I think this is the last one. This is the last one.
Like imagine you're looking at a
Like
penis.
this is good. Solid.
So Emily, you have a history with Brandyn and Austin. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
We've been good friends for a long time.
A while.
Why do you say it like that?
Can we excerpt to how me and Brandyn started your guys' whole relationship?
We finessed this whole, and to be honest, listen, Brandyn was a fucking G about this whole
He
thing.
really was.
He came up to us and he was like, bro, is it good if I like come through with this? Like, is it?
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, I think we will. And I was like, listen, man. I was like, you think Brandyn would be cool if I just like kind of shoot my shot at it. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, bro, go for it. He's like, as long as you don't,
yeah, no problem.
As long as you don't pop with them, bro, like, as long as you don't, like, walk them, good to go. I got it.
Yeah. No, because it was definitely a thing. Because Brandyn was, I don't really want to even say like cock blocking in that sense. Like you just had like the right vibe. But I will say,
all right, Brandyn was low key competing. Let's be honest.
Low key competing, maybe a little
as
bit.
always.
But I would say
Can I
the
get a
best
camera
part
real
about
quick?
that whole sequence of events was, and I won't get into too much detail about it, but looking out the window, you pulling the move was the greatest thing.
I heard that
ever
story
seen.
and it was low-key a
It
goat
was the greatest move I have
Why
ever
did you just
seen.
lick your lips? What was that?
Because I'm thinking about, like, it's like one of those moments where you're like, sour never days. So I'm going for it.
It really was.
It felt like it was like It's Always Sunny episode. You know, Brandyn gets cucked, and then like it goes through like the whole.
The funniest part.
That aspect of it, but since we are.
No, I would say the
No,
funniest.
it's totally fine. It's to be fair to all the audience.
No.
It happens.
It happens.
It's like that sometimes.
People do be like that.
That night, what we're saying is that night, Brandyn was maybe going to make a move, but it didn't happen that night because our boy right here made a move.
Okay.
The boy made the move.
To be fair, I was running from everybody. I was like,
all right,
facts. That was so totally facts. Facts.
Don't worry, we don't blame you.
Can I ask a question not related to their relationship?
Please.
All right, Miss Neely.
Yes, sir.
You are one of my oldest friends. It's just a fact. I would love to ask you about what you're doing with your lawyer shit. Like, get me hip.
Okay, yeah, so I am a lawyer. That is
Brandyn,
true.
shut up.
I went to law school.
Please, shut
I am
All right.
officially a lawyer. Yeah.
See, all right, we've clapped for less than I'm a lawyer. I think that deserves a round of
Yeah.
applause.
I don't get paid enough to be a blood-sucking parasite. No. Okay, good. No, I serve low-income families. I give them
You know what? Those are the good ones. Those are the good ones.
Say your song.
I officially take it back on camera.
Say you're like Saul Goodman.
First time ever.
You're like Saul Goodman. You defend the shitty people.
I work at Legal Aid of West Virginia, and I give free legal services to people, basically.
All right.
No, it's
And
amazing.
Brandyn, what do you got going on in your life? What's hip? Give me hip.
Oh, so I work at Harrison Community College in IT. I pretty much just do like anything that needs to be done IT-wise at the college, student-wise, faculty-wise.
Hey man, working in higher ed's what I've been doing for a couple of years now. It's
super
rewarding.
I love it. It's
Yeah. It's awesome.
You said you only work 3 days a week.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like you.
I'm not talking about what I work.
Austin works like 2 hours a day.
Hey man, I'm not talking about my girl, man. I'm not talking about it.
I work all the time. You know, I'm grinding all the time.
He's a hard-working man, okay?
Absolutely.
They take great hiking pictures. They are very hard
Let's
working.
go.
Yeah, how much did you get paid to hike up that mountain? $0? Oh, okay.
Oh, we have abs.
But how much revenue does that dog bring? All of it.
You got me there.
That dog brings so much revenue. Eleanor, okay.
We did listen to your podcast about us.
No.
Which episode? Do you remember?
What did we
I don't
say?
remember what it was called.
How did we roast you?
Oh, we didn't get roasted. Brandyn got roasted for not being able to steal the bagel.
All right, Brandyn gets roasted in every episode.
Every episode. And sometimes he roasts himself, and it's that
Most of the time.
Actually, I'm pretty sure whenever we try to like roast someone else, we always in the end up roasting Brandyn.
That's true. That's a fact.
it's a good circle back.
Welcome back, Brandyn.
We're talking about how you've been a target since like high school.
Oh, that's pretty pog.
I think.
Well, she was saying that there was a podcast episode where we were like, talking about them, but then we end up roasting you.
I think Brandon likes to
That
get
sounds
roasted
about right.
because it just feeds his ego. He's like, all right, everyone's a target on my back. I'll prove
More
them
words
wrong.
about me is the more words that I can just ingest.
Any publicity is good publicity when you have this big of an ego, is what he's saying.
So you eat. He eats. He
Why do
eats
you think
good.
I've got
He
the
eats
gold
good.
leaf?
It was a good episode. It was a solid episode.
That's what we like to
Well,
hear.
hey, at least we got positive feedback on
All
it.
right, I think this is as good of a time as any to close the 100th episode.
Yep.
We're way over time. We've got our last guest.
Brandyn, Emily, get the fuck out of
We,
here.
well, no, we absolutely appreciate you. And if you guys, all right. Hey, all right. If you guys have more content to bring to the table, we would love to have you on the podcast, same as everyone else. And look, if you're willing to give us, if you can give us some juicy content on your lawyer stuff, we'll have you on. Brennan, if you got some higher ed shit you can fill us in on, we'd love to have you on. And you know, we got tons of stories with you. They all know you better than I do, but look, we'd love to have you on. This is a perfect end to the 100th episode.
Hey, thank you all. Thank you guys.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, no problem.
GG.
All right. Well, I don't know about you boys, but this episode, I have loved every minute of it. Even bathroom breaks. But this episode, I will go down in history as one of the best sensitive guys episodes.
God only knows
ever.
what it'll look like in post. I have high hopes.
No, I'm gonna say, I'm this confident in this episode.
We're gonna blow up.
After this episode, the conspiracy episode can suck my asshole.
Yes! Hey, all right. I've got one final thing here. Give me one word, everybody. What does the 100th episode mean to you? Just one word, Brandon. Go ahead. One word.
Can I talk more?
No, one word.
All right, you get a sentence. All right, sentence or two, and then we'll wrap.
Brandon,
honestly,
hold on. Do your word, then we'll come back to you because I got some shit to say. It's the 100th episode. We all got some shit to say.
We can't have you talking the whole time.
Do your one word though. Let's let Oliver have his thing.
One word.
One word.
We'll come back.
I'm gonna skip me because I can't. There's not one word that I can say.
Hey,
great.
Hey, then.
All right, if there's one word that I could
Superfluous.
use to describe this episode, it would be.
No, I would say like
Let's
go.
All right, Will.
I would say this episode has been, in one word, immaculate.
Let's go.
Immaculate.
I think
Always, baby.
in one word, I have an explanation behind it, but I think in one word, this episode has been redeeming because it gives us a sense to be all together and prove what we have to bring to the table.
There's a sequence of episodes where we could have cared more, but now we care maximum.
My one word as producer is growth.
Even rewatching it right now with like crap audio, it's still fire. Like maybe anyone who's not us isn't gonna like see that, but I fucking hope they do.
Hey man,
right?
we were there. So we know.
Hey, we were there.
They're just jealous they
at
didn't
this
live
point, we're all doing our own little sentimental speeches, and I start off. Austin goes in. I believe it's Oliver afterwards.
I thought it was Travis, then Oliver.
I think it is Oliver, then me. Oliver, then me.
Yeah, Oliver, then Travis. And then Will goes in, stands up, finishes the show off. I gotta say, man, we're recording this a few months, quite a few months after this happened. When did this happen? 2004? Yeah, this is
something. Early
this is April. So 4 months ago, we did this.
Damn.
Shit.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It's been quite a while. To be honest, we haven't really went in on that promise. I haven't of really making content, but I think this kind of reinvigorated all of us to like want to make
I
this
agree.
shit.
I did my homework last week, so I did my homework.
I'm still working on the clip with Sword, so
crazy.
I'm doing mine.
We kind of talk a little bit about what we're thankful for, and I think we should take this moment really quickly to do it. And I guess I'll start. You guys forced me to do this.
Sure. I got to start last time.
No, I just want to thank all of you boys for just being here and being so excited about this idea from the very beginning. There was no fighting. There was no anything. There was just, we all believe in this. We all believe in the product. We all believe in ourselves. We all believe in real sensitive guy hours. Ever since the very beginning, we've joked about this shit. And we made it to 100 episodes. So I want to thank you guys, and I want to thank everybody that has been in my life ever for making me who I am today, to make me as ambitious and creative as I am. So this is fucking awesome. The fact that we got to do this and
is fucking awesome.
Bless you guys. Thank you.
Oliver.
Yeah, we basically did this exact same bit though in episode 101. I just want to point that out.
That's fine. We can keep appreciating.
Never stop.
You got a problem with liking the boys?
This is real sensitive guy hours. This is on brand. This is the most on brand shit we probably do.
Yeah. So we need to start bringing in the more wholesome content. And have
I just wanted to make sure we were all up to speed on it. But
Austin,
just kings adjusting each other's crowns.
I think we
That's
are.
all we are.
Austin, you're up, buddy.
What am I talking about? Like real sensitive, like right now, 4 months
How much
later?
you love
real
all of
sensitive,
us.
like,
Right now.
Yeah.
How much you just
about the show, man.
Want to suck
About
us all
the
off
creative
with cherry juice
process
on our dicks.
Yeah.
Shit, this is too much stress, man. This is why I got fired last week. I think I quit.
Yeah,
I got fired last week. I think I quit this week.
True.
Yeah, we brought him back on.
Why are you even here?
No, they don't know about this yet. They don't know about the fans don't know about this yet. This is
Erase, delete.
This is 6 weeks
Delete it
away.
from your mind.
So doxing all the other later episodes.
Oliver, say some shit.
Hey man, I'm just happy that we have made it this far, and we're keep on going to better endeavors in the future. Always making the podcast better, because if you watch episode 1 to now, it's a lot different. It's a lot better. It's different. So I think that we've had some pickup additions, aka Austin. It was a good addition to the pod. And I think that overall we've all grown a lot from this podcast. Like I said, if you look back then to now, we all have different roles in the podcast, and I think it works very well. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy for you guys. Happy that we're all still, trucking along.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I love everybody, man. I still love everybody. I love everybody in this chat room right now. I'm so happy this life was assigned to me.
Hey, perfect statement right there.
I love that statement.
You can say, okay, maybe we've been slacking a little bit lately. When you compare it to how hard we were going earlier this year, when we said we were going to start going hard on the podcast again, we've been going a little less hard lately, but you know what? We're still going harder than we were before we decided to go hard.
Yeah.
Before, it was just like, we were basically recording the podcast. Like we were showing up, we were recording it for an hour, and then we fucking played COD. That went on for a really long time.
That was literally probably the first 50 episodes.
Then we went legit, and
probably, yeah.
Our 100th episode was our way of showing how much we had been working on this podcast lately. And despite the audio issues, I'm beyond fucking proud of it and beyond proud of us. And I'm even proud of us today. I love the podcast today. I still think it's great, and I still think we're going to be great, and we are great. So yeah.
The fact that we pulled that off and how many people showed up. I wish there was a pan to all of the fucking people that were there.
Literally. All you guys have is our word, and no one believes anyone on the internet, but it was not a pre-recorded laugh track. We had real people behind that camera.
I really do wish we could.
I
wish we're hilarious, all right? We're hilarious.
I wish we had.
The thumbnail's going to be everybody, but shit.
I wish we had more people, or I wish we had more footage and audio and better audio for us having everybody that actually was a part of this episode, because we had a lot more people that we didn't go over tonight that were there, like Darius and Connor. We had Brandyn and Emily. We had a good group of people that all came on the show. We had Crump on the show. We had some good people as guests for the 100th episode that were all there to support us. So it was really nice. I guess it's my turn for the gratitudes, for the gratuity part.
The tudes, man. The tudes.
I mean, I say it, I think, every time that I talk about this friend group, whether it be within the friend group or when I'm talking to other people. And it's probably it's probably one of the big things that I think can stroke everybody's ego is that everybody here has saved a life, and that was mine. You guys really did help me in the beginning of my downward spiral, and you guys really helped pick me back up. You guys are really great friends no matter what ends up happening.
Fucking
and it just fucking on the couch, calling me gay. But
you called Brandon not a man. It's all right.
Hey, facts. But
Squirtle. Brandon was a Squirtle that night.
Yeah, he was definitely a Squirtle. Dude, I knew someone played my Pokemon save file. Someone picked a Squirtle.
Jigglypuffs.
Dude, he Pikachoo'd you in the shower.
Jiggly jocks.
I took a Pikachu in the shower this morning. I'd Squirtle over you.
Shut the fuck
up. But to finish it up, I'm so proud of every single person that was a part of this, that is still a part of this. You guys are, like I said in the end speech, some of the most confident guys that I know, some of the most well-known, well put together men that I've met. I wouldn't want to be friends with anybody else. And you guys are just amazing. And I wouldn't want to have a podcast with anybody else.
We them boys.
Even if I am gay.
All right, guys, follow my lead. Men.
Gay men.
Fight.
Mike.
Holy shit. And on that note, if you guys want to hear the whole thing with all of the audio bullshits, I'm going to include an unlisted link in the description if you want to watch it.
Only true fans will watch it. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the analytics and
it better get thousands of views just for the shitty audio. And I want to see the comments tell me how shitty the audio is.
Yeah.
Make a YouTube.
Me specifically. Don't tell any of the other guys. Just at me, at William, this audio is shitty. Just blame me for everything, since that's what everyone else does.
Yeah.
I'm the scapegoat of the group. I'm the scapegoat of the group, so put it to good use.
With that being said, I'm Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
I'm Will.
My name's Jeff.
Every time.
Every time.
Real fired. Sensitive Guy Hours.
Redux.
Episode 100.
Remix.
You can't find me.
Redux.